Greetings, my sports to the bone family. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're all getting some quality family time in. It's a beautiful Saturday evening, my people. All right, so I have two topics to take a look at in this one. Now, earlier today in the IPL, we saw where RCB, they let Romario Shepherd loose. And the man beat the ball, beat the ball like there was no tomorrow. Gonna be zooming in on his innings. You know, he played a man of the match innings to get his team a victory. We're also gonna be talking a little bit about Australia captain Pat Cummins. You know, Pat Cummins was saying that he believes that top international players should agree to take pay cut, you know, to see if they can help to save Test cricket. We're going to be zooming in on the numbers. We're going to be taking a look at the amount of money that is allocated to teams, you know, by from ICC. I tell my people it is still a wide gap in terms of what the teams at the top get and the teams at the bottom. So let's give a listening ear until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, let us start things off with Romario Shepherd. So RCB, they played against the Super Kings, Chennai Super Kings. RCB batting first, they scored 213 for 5 off their 20 overs. Super Kings got 211 for 5, right? So they lost the game by 2 runs, a very close game. Now, in that 213 for 5 that RCB made, our all-rounder Romario Shepherd, he was crucial. You understand? In the back end there, he scored 53 from 14 with 6 sixes and 4 fours. I think that's the joint fastest half century in the IPL. 53 from 14, 6 fours and 6 sixes and 4 fours. Strike rate of 378.6. Good to see Romario Shepherd getting a run out, and you know, good to see that he was able to do his thing. Prior to Shepherd going into bat though, Jacob Bethel at the top along with Virat Kohli, they both did well. They actually put together a nice little opening stance. Let me see. Jacob Bethel got 55 from 33 with 8 fours and 2 sixes. Virat Kohli 62 from 33 with 5 fours and 5 sixes. And in the back end there, you know, Romario Shepherd came in and made sure that the team was, you know, they pushed over the 200 mark. So congratulations to Romario Shepherd on that. Bowling for Chennai Super Kings, Patharana, he picked up 3 for 36 from his 4 overs. Romario Shepherd also contributed with the ball. He bowled 1 over as they defended that 213. His 1 over went for 18 runs. Right, let's take a look at Chennai Super Kings batting. At the top, they're opening Ayush Mantre. He got 94 from 48 with 9 fours and 5 sixes. Strike rate of 195.8. So some solid batting there. Ravindra Jadeja, the veteran, he got 77 from 45, not out. 8 fours and 2 sixes in that knock. But unfortunately for them, Lugi Ndgidi, he had a very good day. You understand? He picked up 3 for 30 from his 4 overs. He led the way there for the RCB team with the ball. So, you know, once again, congratulations to Romario Shepherd and RCB for securing that win. All right, let's move on from T20 cricket now. I'm going to be talking some Test cricket. So I was reading an article on the MSN website, so credit goes to them for this. And I am seeing here where Australia captain Pat Cummins, he's saying that he believes that top international players should take a pay cut to try and help, to save Test cricket. So let's take a look at it now. So it says Australia captain Pat Cummins has suggested that leading international players should take a pay cut to help save Test cricket. It says Cummins says he would be open to accepting a lower central contract as the price for providing more funding to the smaller nations to ensure they can continue to play and compete in the test arena. What is happening? Are they now afraid that they won't have anyone to play against pretty soon? So they said the so-called big three of India, England, and Australia currently receive more than 50% of the International Cricket Council central funding, although in reality there is only really a big one, which we'll get to pretty soon. And I know that ICC is a business, right? And they're going to fund teams that will be able to bring in back money. Teams that are going to pull funds and stuff like that. So they know that Australia going up against India, Australia versus England. Those teams, once they're involved, they will be, a lot of funds will be supporting, so they will be able to recoup a lot of money. So let's look at this now. So it says India's share of ICC's 600 million annual revenue distribution is 230 million, right? So that is a chunk that India gets out of it, right? Out of the 600 million, they get 230 million. And they say with the ECB receiving 41 million and Cricket Australia 37 million, still considerably higher than New Zealand, West Indies, and South Africa, who all get less than 30 million, right? And remember that we are poorer than these teams. You understand? So some of these teams outside of what ICC is giving them, they can afford, they can bring in sponsors, they can afford they have a lot of people that can, donate and stuff like that. So, it's really, it's really weird. Recently we saw where a past player said that ICC stands for India Cricket Council or something like that. India Cricket Council. So, it's really tough. 600 million annual revenue, and they are getting 230 million out of it. It's set away, right? So it said this funding directly influences the amount of test cricket played by each country, obviously, right? It says with England playing 17 tests last year compared to just 9 by West Indies and Sri Lanka and 7 by Pakistan, right? Even South Africa did well last time around, and let's take a look at it. It says South Africa did enough in 10 matches last year to reach the World Test Championship final against Australia at Lord's in June. But despite this success, their board has not scheduled any home tests until October 2026, a gap of 21 months. And it all boils down to funding. You understand? And when we look into it, my people, test players not going to sit around and wait like that. They're not going to sit around and wait. They're getting 6, 7, 8, 9 tests per year. They're not going to sit around and wait, and then they just perform so well, and then for them to sit and before they can, not that they're going to sit out for the entire 21 months, but in terms of playing at home, it's not good, right? So let's take a look at what Cummins is saying now, and I quote: would all be open to it, right? If it was really a good plan, you would look at it and see how we go through. We have got to find a way to keep investing in the system and create really good test cricket, right? In Australia, we support all kinds of domestic cricket because we know how important that is to the future generations and for our Australian team setup. I think everyone's open-minded because we're one of the lucky nations. We're so lucky to have the professional system that we do. You can seek out the best coaches, amazing medical facilities, all those things, right? Ideally, you would love every test play nation to have those opportunities, right? How you do that is you've got to find money somewhere. That is true. That is true. That is definitely true, and it's really tough that it's the players that have to be looking at it, looking at this. ICC claim that they are the governing body and they are there to help grow and promote cricket, and they want to promote it everywhere till they all move World Cup to to the United States, right, where some of the pitches weren't even ready. just because they claim they're promoting the growth of cricket and stuff like that, right? Then the teams that are established, then you know need to help them, man, so they can help promote too. But I don't know. I don't know. It would be very interesting to see how it goes, because a lot of people are already turning down central contracts to go and play franchise cricket. So it would be interesting to see how many people would be willing to do that. And I'm talking about the top teams, right? India, they should probably lead from front with that 230 million that they're getting out of the 600. So let me know your thoughts, my people. Big up.